And Jesus, walking by the Sea of Galilee, and two brethren, Simon called Peter and Andrew his brother, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishers. And he saith unto them, Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. So Jesus, he's going to start this ministry and going to try to preach the gospel to every possible person he can. You know, one man is not enough to preach the gospel to everyone. That's why it's a commandment for all Christians. He needs more people in this army. That way it's not him. So he spends time and energy and effort training other people so they can go out and do the work too. Because Jesus is only there a limited amount of time. So sure, he can get a lot of people saved, but once he's gone, who's going to do the Great Commission, right? Who's going to do the work? The disciples that he taught and he trained. So when he's going to recruit people, he goes to fishers. Notice he doesn't go to Bible college. He doesn't go to the school, the college. He doesn't go to the people with all these great degrees. Isn't it interesting? When he wanted people to serve him and preach the gospel, did he go to the scribes? Did he go to the Pharisees? They knew the law, right? He didn't go to them, did he? No, he went to your average man, the common man, the fisherman, right? The fisherman's probably not the most intelligent type of person. It's just a regular Joe. That's what people call me, Joe. Apparently, you're American and you're G.I. Joe. But it's like your average Joe, just a random guy on the street. Jesus just picks him and says, "You're gonna follow me." Right? Follow me and I'll make you fishers of men. So he's using this analogy that they can relate to because they do fishing. And what are they fishing for? Woo! Fishing. All right, what are they trying to catch? They're trying to catch a fish. But Jesus is saying, look, if you follow me, I'll make you a fisher of men. No more, ista, right? Not fish, men, mankind, human beings. And this is a reference to preaching the gospel. From now on, when you start serving me, you're not out here trying to catch all these physical fish. You're trying to get people saved by preaching the gospel. Jesus said, follow me and I will make you fishers of men. You know what that tells me? If you are not a soul winner, you are not following Jesus. It's that simple. You might say, oh, I love Jesus. I'm following Jesus. I'm a disciple of Jesus. No, you're not. If you never preach the gospel, sorry. It says, if you follow me, right? Follow me, and I will make you. Like, it's gonna happen. If you're actually following Jesus, you will be getting people saved. Maybe not getting people saved necessarily, but you will be preaching. You will be trying. So if you really say, oh, I want to follow Jesus, well, go do what Jesus did, right? How can you say, like, I'm following Jesus, but Jesus is going this way, like, yeah, I'm following Jesus. Well, he's that way. It's like, yeah, Jesus is out here preaching the gospel. I'm following Jesus this way. It's like, no, you're not. You're not actually following him. And if you're not following him, you don't actually love him. Jesus said, if you love me, keep my commandments. So what that tells me is, if you're not trying to keep his commandments, you don't really love him. Maybe you do a little bit, but not a lot. And thankfully, you don't have to love him or keep his commandments to go to heaven. Pag naniniwala ka pero hindi gumawa ng mabuti, hey, praise God, mapupunta pa rin sa langit. But you know what? If you're not being good, then you don't love him. And you're not following him. True disciples are those that are out there preaching the gospel. They are a fisher of men. Look at verse number 20 though. It says, and they straightway left their nets and followed him. So notice their response. When Jesus told them to go do something, it says straightway. What does straightway mean? Immediately. They just stop they're working. They're at their job trying to, catch fish, and it says they left their nets. They just dropped what they were doing, and they just immediately started serving Jesus right away, and they followed him. That should be our response when we need to fix something in our life. Just stop it right then and there. Just immediately change. Just start following Jesus from that exact moment. That's best case scenario. Now, it doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes, there's some bumps and turns along the way. But in a perfect situation, if you have a good heart, a right heart with God, when you know you're doing something wrong, you just, okay, it's wrong, I'm going to stop. I'm just going to immediately change. Jesus is telling me I need to go follow him, so I guess I'll just stop whatever I'm doing and I'll follow him right now. I'm not going to waste any time. I'll follow you next week, Jesus. He's going to be gone. He's going to be finding people who actually care. And when it comes to soul winning, you should fix it immediately. If you are not an active soul winner, fix it now. Fix it today. We have a soul winning time literally today at 1:30. Like, you could fix it. Unless you're working. I don't know if you're working after church. But if you're not working, if you're not like going to the hospital, like if you're not doing something really important or necessary, if you're just sitting at home and you're choosing not to go soul winning, then you're not following Jesus. So just fix it right away.